got sports and timber sled.
The time is now, the crowd is live, it's about to go down. The time is now, the crowd is live, it's about to go down.
Reno, Nevada, welcome to the AMA Endurocross Series presented by BJ1 and Moose Racing. I'm John Simonovich, joined alongside the lovely Lorette Nichols. Lorette, great weekend here, round number 2 for the 2017 season. No better way to kick it off than Reno.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, 2017 started off with a bang in Las Vegas. For the first time ever, we're bringing Endurocross here to Reno. We are so thrilled to be here. What we saw in Vegas was a brand new format, and John, you're going to explain that in a few minutes. And what it allowed the fans to see was incredible racing in all classes of Endurocross, especially that pro class. We saw Colton, Haaker, and Cody Webb go at it, and we also saw Tristan Hart land on the podium for the first time, John.
Yeah, it was pretty amazing to watch the crowd come out here for the 2017, and of course, Vegas. Bar-to-bar racing between the 2015 and the 2016 champion, now Colton Haaker. Man, what can you say about those two riders tonight?
So amazing. They are ready. They have been preparing for tonight. And you know what? You have a lot of stuff that you're going to walk us through. And I am going to take a little walk while you talk to the crowd.
Let's going to head on over as we're going to get ready to set this field for tonight, as we have a tremendous field still walking in the door right now. So as we get ready to set sail, we're going to talk a little bit about some of the track options that we're going to see tonight. Of course, the no joke lane. We'll talk about that a little bit later with none other than Geoff Aaron, the 10-time Trialscross champion. That's right. As it looks like we're going to get also the chance for these riders to get introduction here as the lovely Lorette makes her way to the podium now.
You got it. Ladies and gentlemen, let's put your hands together for tonight's Women's Endurocross Riders. Your Vegas winner and the 2016 champion. Get loud for Shelby Turner. She is the first woman to finish King of the Motos, and she is the 2016 vice champion. Get loud for Morgan Tanky. She is a Puerto Rican motocross champ and an X Games gold medalist. Ladies and gentlemen, Tara Geiger. And a former Endurocross winner and X Games gold medalist, Casey Martinez.
Those are the women of AMA Endurocross. Reno, are you guys ready to meet our pro riders for tonight's racing action?
Racewear, FMF, John Burr Cycles, and Recluse Motorsports. He's on a Yamaha, and it's Cooper Abbott.
Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. What can't tell a bubble, keep it on a bubble.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Noah Keppel. Currently in 7th in the championship points. Get loud
Hughes,
for
California.
Kyle
The SRT
Redmond.
Off-Road Kenda Tires 509 Goggles O'Neill Husqvarna is ridden by Kyle Redmond.
I got loyalty, got royalty inside my DNA. I got hustle, though ambition flow inside my DNA. I just win again, then win again, like win again, then win again, like.
He's from BC, and he rides the SRT Off-Road Kenda Tires 509 Goggles O'Neill Husqvarna. It's Tristan Hart.
There goes my hero. Watch him as he goes.
He's from Temecula, California, and riding for Alpine Stars, FMF Red Bull Gas North America. Please welcome Geoff Aaron.
Turn down for what? Turn down for what? Turn down for what? Turn down for what?
He's from Spain and riding for Gas North America. It's Joan Pau Segura.
That don't kill me, can only make me stronger. I need you to hurry up now, 'cause I can't wait much longer. I know I got to be right now.
All right, so I'm down here joined by Geoff Aaron, 10 times trials champion. Geoff, for the first time in 2017, we've seen the introduction of the no-joke lane. We saw this in Vegas. What was your strategy, and what will your strategy be tonight through that section of the course that we'll see?
Well, it's definitely a more technical section. It's definitely tough to do, and tough to do smooth. I would wait until the end of the race because everyone's more scattered. If you do it at the beginning of the race, everyone's all clumped up and you'd lose a bunch of positions, but hopefully you can get through the thing quickly near the end of the race and maybe last lap and get through clean and get out of there and hold your position.
And the first time with that, if you don't make it through the no-joke lane, you will be docked a lap. What would happen if that happened to you?
That would be a bummer, you know. It's like it's hard to remember. You're trying to get out there and race the track, and then this is a new element this year, so you got to pay attention.
There you go. That's Geoff Aaron. How about a round of applause for Mr. 10 Time? All right, we'll send it on over to Lorette for a word with our top
From
three
Gardnerville,
drivers.
Nevada, and riding the Climb Gear, Pro Taper, Just One Helmet, CD Boots, FMF, RPM, Maxxis, KTM, please welcome Ty Tremaine.
10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, and 100% reason to remember the name.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is Ty Tremaine's hometown race. So put your hands together. This is your hometown boy. There we go. Yes, love it. Ty, hometown race. There is obviously a lot of riding that you do in this area. Maybe it's not known for Endurocross, but is that your hope that it's going to change?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, growing up in Gardnerville, we could ride wherever we want, whenever we want. So, I mean, I've been growing up racing and riding in the desert, and yeah, it's turned into a good, fun thing to do with my friends and family growing up. And now it's my job, my career, my passion, and what I love to do.
All right, there's so much work that all riders put into getting where they are in Endurocross, and I have been lucky enough to see you climbing up the ranks. What is a typical training schedule like for you?
I'm super lucky to have the program I do right now. My whole team, my trainers, everyone's here right now. I actually train up in South Lake Tahoe at Barton Performance by Altus, and so I'm in the gym 3 days a week and then riding most days, and I actually lease out some property for a local friend of mine who's here tonight. So yeah, it's the whole package, and I have the materials I need to put together a good program, and hopefully I can do good tonight.
For sure, I know tonight is your night. What is so special about riding in this area, in the Reno area?
I mean, growing up, the Reno-Cross series comes here, so I've been coming here to watch basically my whole life, and now that Endurocross is here, I'm super excited.
Is there anything else that you would love for people to know?
Yeah, I mean, if you're a young, aspiring kid looking to do good, just chase your dreams, set good goals, and go for it.
Ty, I love those words. Best of luck tonight. Thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, let's meet the top two riders of Endurocross right now.
In the kitchen.
He's on an FMF KTM factory racing ride. He also rides for Red Bull, Troy Lee Designs, Bell Helmets, and Alpine Stars. From Royal Oaks, California, please welcome Cody Webb.
All I do is win, 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 no matter what.
He's from Paris, California. He's your 2016 Endurocross champion. He rides for Scorpion helmets, 100% goggles, fly racewear, CD boots, FMF, and the Rockstar Energy Husqvarna racing team. Please welcome Colton.
Colton Haaker.
Sicker than your average. Pop a twist cabbage off instinct. Don't think, stink pink gators. My Detroit players. Tim's for my hooligans in Brooklyn. That's dead right. If the head right, Biggie there, and night. Papa been smooth since days of under rules. Never lose, never choose where to say, show me, homie.
Biggie, 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 can't you see? Sometimes your words just hypnotize me. And I just love your flashy ways. I guess that's why they're broken, you're so big. Biggie, 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 can't you see? Sometimes your words just hypnotize me. And I just love your flashy ways.
Ladies and gentlemen, Cody Webb and Colton Haaker. Now, Cody, so first round, Las Vegas. You had a real quick turnaround and went to the ISDE, so tell everyone how that went for you.
Yeah, you know, it was my first time ever going to the ISD, representing the United States. It was awesome. I mean, I wasn't on the trophy team, but, you know, it was still a great experience. And growing up riding trials, I think I went 7 or 8 times for Team USA, and it was always a goal of mine to go and, you know, try and experience it on the enduro side of things. So, you know, straight to France, long 2 weeks there, came back here to prep for Reno. I'm super excited to be here, and, you know, life's been awesome. I've just been enjoying it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Cody Webb's humility is shining through. What this man did was created a 3-man club team, went over to the ISDE, and he finished 3rd out of 167 teams for his first go-round. There you go. Couple of gold medals, 3rd place. Congratulations, Cody.
Yeah, and also want to give it a shout out to your local boy Ty. He was my teammate, another guy on the East Coast. So, you know, it's cool that we're here doing Endurocross, doing 6 days, doing everything we can. You know, dirt bikes, it's our lives. It's a curse for sure, but, you know, we enjoy it.
Team Too Tall going over to ISDE. Cody Webb. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for number 2, Cody Webb. And this man right here who just celebrated a birthday just not too long ago. Colton, you came out swinging. I think you had been watching a lot of Conor McGregor leading up to his fight. And Colton came out in Las Vegas, took the win. Do you feel like you were trying to set the precedence for the rest of the season?
Not so much. You know, obviously we all want to win. You know, that's why we're here. We wouldn't come here to take second. So every time I'm on the track, I'm trying to give it my all. And I saw an open door and took it. And it's created a little bit of controversy, but it's been you know, something that the series kind of needs, and it's been good. I mean, Cody is on it. He's been riding really well, and so have I, and so have a handful of other dudes that are out here. I think the lap times weren't more than, I don't know, like a second or two apart, or like the top 5 guys. So everyone's pushing the limits, and it's fun to see. You know, I've been in Endurocross for like 10 years now, and to start from where I was in the beginning on a trials bike, and then now it's we've seen a lot of really good riders, a lot of great races, and I'm just stoked that the series is here and thriving and doing well.
Where is your confidence coming into round 2?
You know, I've had a good couple of weeks at home since the last round, so it's been about a month, and you know, just enjoying riding my dirt bike. If anything else, it's been fun to get back on the bike, doing cool videos. Yeah, anything I can do to entertain the crowd is what I'm into.
Best of luck. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for number 2, Cody Webb, and number 1, Colton Haaker. Now, gentlemen, if you'll hang tight for just a second, please. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and remove your hats for the presentation of the flag by the Endurocross crew and the colors presented by the Galena Grizzly Battalion High School Junior OTC. The commander is Cadet Major Nicole Chambers. Color Guard members are Cadet Major Gwen Terry, Cadet Captain Skylar Marsden, and Cadet Master Sergeant Jeff Kavanaugh. Now, please remain standing for our national anthem, sung by Rhiannon Como.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Whoa, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Reno, welcome to the Event Center here in lovely Reno, Nevada, as we get ready for tonight's racing action. We're going to see 10 separate races throughout the evening show. Our Super Endurocross qualifier, our vet class main event, along with our amateur main event, along with our Trialscross and the women of Endurocross. On the gate now, the Super Endurocross race number 1. All right, so down on the starting line, the 987 of Cody Miller. Right alongside of him will be the 926 of Spencer Wilton.
The Super Endurocross qualifier, sponsored by ABC Race.
Joined alongside the 815 machine of Tyler Kincaid, the 511 of Richard Larson out of Kearns, Utah. Also, we're going to see the 552 of Travis Goy. Dante Oliveira aboard the 356 machine, and the 3NW of Joey Falscanero. Also the 177 of Mitchie Goldforth out of Scottsdale, Arizona. Lined up alongside him will be the 101 of Austin Scheinmeister. Also the 44 of Ryan Wells out of Eager, Arizona. The 35 of Mason Ottersberg. Also we're going to see the 27 belonging to the Wild Wally Palmer. The 16-year-old, or the 16 machine of Ty Collins out of Riverside, California. Quinn Wenzel in the number 5 machine, and Mr. 10-time, Geoff Aaron. That's your rundown here for Super Endurocross Heat Race number 1. Reno, let's make some noise! .30-second board going sideways. We will see that gate drop within 30 seconds.
Turn down for what?
Get ready, time. Turn number 1 up to the highest peak of the track. From there, they will jump directly into the matrix portion to a quick little double and into the first portion of our Rocky Mountain ATV MC Rock Garden. Here we go to turn 1. Who's going to get the whole shot? Oh, looks like it's going to walk to the 27 of Wally Palmer. From the inside, the box back, Beta Factory rider Ty Collins now into the lead. Collins pivots, followed by Wild Wally Palmer making a bit of a mistake. Quinn Wenzel, unfortunately, getting the rough end of the stick, and that's going to allow the number 4, Mr. Enshine, of Geoff Aaron to take over that number 2 spot. So it's going to look like this. The 16 coming through the ATV, rocking out the empty, rock garden up and over the first jump, into the finish line is Geoff Aaron. Here comes the number 27, that's going to belong to Wild Wally Palmer in the 3rd place. All right, so out front, the number 16, the Beta Factory Rider, taking the early lead. Sitting in the number 2 spot, we're going to belong to the Gas Factory machine of Geoff Aaron. Also, here comes Wild Wally Palmer, one of our top qualifiers here this afternoon. Aboard the team SRT Van Kusky. Keep an eye on that number 815, that's going to belong to Tyler Kincaid, running in 4th. So really great section here, step on, step off, much like a Supercross track. We're seeing a lot of different obstacles here in this round of number 2 for the 2017 season. Going to make it very difficult for each and every one of these riders. The one guy out front though, looking super smooth. How about the 16 of Ty Collins? So some great battling. It looks like we got a rider down in the firewood section. That's going to belong to the 452 machine of Travis Coy. So a little carnage there in the center of the track. But no problem for our leader though, as he enters into the firewood section. So a bit of carnage here through the wagon wheel. The wagon wheel new here for the 2017 season as well. So Collins, this is the tough time of the track. As we reach about the halfway mark, we're coming into some lap traffic again. The ballet of chaos here that is AMA Endurocross as your leader, Ty Collins, goes down. Here we go, that's gonna allow Geoff Aaron, number 4 machine, to pull up right alongside him. Geoff Aaron looking up the inside. Step on, step off. Aaron has the preferred line and gonna close the door. So the number 4, the Gas Factory back rider of Geoff Aaron now takes over the lead. Geoff Aaron, as you all know, 10-time trial champion. That's the signal. 1 lap left to go for your leader, the number 4, the Gas Factory back rider of Geoff Aaron. So again, Geoff Aaron gonna have to battle with some of these last riders as he comes up on the number 5 machine of Quinn Wenzel. Don't count out the 16 of Ty Collins as he tries to close the door. Geoff Aaron been faster this section all day long. Step on, step off. Here we go. Bike sprawled across the firewood section. Who's gonna take the preferred line? Collins closes the door. Reno, get out of your seat. And your winner, the 16 machine of Ty Collins. So your top 2 finishers here on the evening will look like this. The 16 machine, the Beta Factory rider of Ty Collins. And coming in second, the Gas Factory rider machine, the 4 of Geoff Aaron. So as the chaos ensues out on the track, we'll be back after this.
Machines from Cashman Equipment can crush any job you need them to. From skid steer loaders and backhoes to huge haul trucks and dozers, Cashman has the Caterpillar equipment you need to get it done. Call us today at 800-937-2326 or visit our website at cashmanequipment.com for more info.
Reno, what do you think of AMA Endurocross? That's right, some great racing going on down here already for round number 2. It looks like Lorette down on the podium with our winner.
There we go, Ty Collins. Nothing like a little stress. You got a great start, was leading, went down, and you had to battle so hard to take that win. Congratulations.
Thank you. That's definitely not how I wanted to do it, but I'll take it any way I can get it. It was a good battle with Geoff, and he's definitely got a lot of experience, so it's good to get out there and battle something like that.
Ty, thank you so much.
Thank you.
John?
Wow, some great racing there, Reno, and I think there's plenty of that to come here this evening. We want to thank our broadcast live sponsor, Racetech. Be sure you guys are checking out their seminars here. Do you want to get your career started in the motocross industry? Started to expand your current business? Maybe you just want to be able to work setup and motorcycles? Ball Theater at Racetech Suspension Seminars uncover the black art of suspension, tuning, and jump stand to more career suspension industry than anyone. Learn more at racetech.com.
The Vet Class main event, sponsored by Recluse.
That's right, race number 2, the Vet main event. Lined up in the gate right now, the 881 machine of Andrew Dixon out of Oakley, California. Also, we're going to see the 861 of Willie Heiss right here out of Reno, Nevada. The 565G of Lucas Deere out of West Sacramento. Also the 416 machine of Jeff Evans out of San Jose, California. The 321 of Eric Shetler. Also Wayne Dickert aboard that 305 machine, certainly one to keep your eye on here tonight. The 279 lined up right alongside him, that's going to be Tom Lynn. Also the 209 of David Stern out of Snohomish, Washington. The 146G Kyle Smith out of Vacaville, California. Also lined up here, we're going to see Mick McGowan, the 104, with the 101 of Alex Lair. The 88 of Don Hawakawa. The 37B of Craig Thompson, and rounding out tonight's field, a fan favorite. Put your hands together for the number 8 of Destry Abbott. That'll be a rundown here for main event number 2, the Vet Class. We will see that car go sideways anywhere between 15 seconds. We will see the gate drop for main event number 2, the Vet Class. Here we go into turn number 1. It looks like that will belong to the number 8 of Destry Abbott. So Destry Abbott out of Peoria, Arizona, taking an early lead. Here we go, Destry coming into the wagon wheel portion of the track. Destry put on a wonderful clinic last night. 28 riders in total showing up for a course preview in AMA Endurocross. So your leader, Destry, out in front. It looks like the number 88 machine of Dan Hawakawa. Also another rider that is consistently on the podium. And Destry looks to make a little mistake there through the firewood section. We want to thank everybody at home for tuning in to our live broadcast at endurocross.com. As the battle continues on between the 205 and the 88 of Dan Hawakawa. So very technical section that you're seeing Destry go through is the matrix. And today we have brought it in here on a decline, so you'll see a little bit more technical, actually blind session going into that portion of the track. Couple riders going down. It looks like the 146 machine of Kyle Smith, unfortunately going down. With that, tracks down the 416 of Geoff Evans right here out of. So the two teammates. Come on, make some noise for Destry. So Destry getting a little bit hung up there in the exit of our firewood section, but nowhere to go. As you can see, these riders stacked up here in the Rocky Mountain ATV MC Rock Garden. So Destry getting through the carnage up and over the finish line. One of the largest jumps that we've seen throughout the 2017 and 2016 season. So a little change of pace here for these riders in round number 2 right here in Reno. So Destry still out in the lead. The 209 of David Sturm. He'll be joining us a little bit later on the floor. One of the taller riders that we see out here in the field, not having a problem at all through our wagon wheel portion of the track, is Dan Hawakawa going down in our 3rd place position. So Dan has a little bit of a buffer here between the 4th place rider. Looks to belong to the 881 machine of Andrew Dixon. So Destry having some struggles there through the firewood. Quite a few riders stacking up as a 209, unfortunately, in our 2nd place position, also getting caught up. So scary situation if we had a rider down on the landing. Fortunately, for our track crew catching that as the rider goes down here in the 4th portion of the Rocky Mountain ATV MC Rock Garden. Destry, no problem here through the rocks. Dan Hawakawa going down again here. So Destry leading tonight's main event. Coming off a win at round number 1 in Las Vegas. As the 416 gets ejected, Geoff Evans. So Geoff Evans unfortunately struggling there through the matrix. So Destry, the crafty vet himself, shining all night long. Puts in some great qualifying sessions here early on in the day as he takes the white flag. 1 lap left to go. So Destry actually wheel tapping into the matrix. Here we go. Your leader, Destry, coming into the wagon wheel for the final time in tonight's main event. Oh, using the lapper for some traction. So different line choice here between both those riders. Destry looking up the inside. Step on, step off. Into the immediate 180-degree corner. As he gets ready. Puts it Dan Hawakawa a lap down. Clear track ahead of him. Reno, get out of your seats and push your hands together for your best main event winner, Destry Abbott. So in stylish fashion, your winner, the number 8 of Destry Abbott. I believe sitting in that number 2 spot will be the number 209 machine of David Sturm. As we'll get a word from some of our partners.
In 1973, PJ1 developed Black Label chain lube for the power sports industry. Today, PJ1 offers products to power sports, automotive, industrial, aerospace, and marine industries. Our latest releases are factory OEM color match paints and primers. PJ1 is proud to be part of Endurocross for the 2017 racing season. Please visit your local power sports dealer for information on PJ1 products. Endurocross is brought to you in part by Timber Sled, the leading snow bike brand owned and manufactured by Polaris Industries. A timber sled conversion kit combines the speed and agility of a dirt bike with the terrain capabilities of a snowmobile for an all-new riding experience. Use your dirt bike year-round, anywhere you want to go. Stop by the booth or learn more at timbersled.com.
Las Vegas, how about you put your hands together for your winner, Destry Abbott.
Come on over, Destry. Well, this is one of my favorite moments because this is one of my heroes who just keeps fighting every single time. And Destry, man, that wood pile seemed like it was creating a lot of hassle.
Yeah, the moisture's coming up early, and we don't have a water pit here, but it's getting wet out there and it's slippery, but I made it through and got the W, which was awesome.
You ran a great race. Was the start key?
The start was key, you know, and then being patient, as you saw before the rocks and the bottlenecks, so just, oh, that's awesome. But just being patient and, you know, trying to pick the lines when I can.
Destry, congratulations.
Thank you. I want to give a big shout out to Ron Purvines, our team owner of Purvines D8. My daughter up here seeing the D8 apparel. You guys are awesome. So many people came by today, and it really goes deep with the heart. Last year, battling cancer and being in my bed in the hospital. So I love this, being able to cheer on our riders. Dan Haaker, one of my best friends, and I'm pretty blessed to be here, so thank you guys.
Love you, Destry. Congratulations to our podium. In third place, we have Dan Hayakawa. Finishing second, David Sturm. And your winner, number 8, Destry Abbott. Yes.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, some great racing action going down for main event number 2, our vet class. As we get ready to set the stage here for race number 3, the amateur open class. But man, we certainly want to thank all of our wonderful partners for joining us here this evening and making all this racing possible. Of course, all the fans who've come out here and everyone tuning in at Endurocross.com for the live broadcasting feed presented by Racetech. That's right, some great racing still to come, and I can't believe it here. Already round number 2 for the 2017 season, as the full season still ahead. If you guys have not had a chance, be sure you guys head on over to Endurocross.com to check out everything that you guys can find out about Endurocross, and make sure you guys catch us at a local round near you guys here through the 2017 season. All right, so as we set the stage down there for main event number 3, this is going to be our amateur open main event. As Destry Abbott rolls off of the track, we're going to get ready to see some more incredible racing. The ballet of chaos, that is AMA Endurocross, presented by PJ1 and Moose Racing. Wonderful venue here at the Livestock Events Center here right in Reno, Nevada. How about you guys make some noise, Reno, for AMA Endurocross? Racetech Gold Valve. Do you want factory level, championship proven suspension? Racetech Gold Valve improves flow, providing flush, feel, drastically increased bottom end resistance. Join your family and RT Rippers at racetech.com and expect to be impressed. Racetech. If you guys want to see all the racing action, be sure you guys tune in to dirtrider.com. That's dirtrider.com for all your racing action here. Follow it up from tonight's racing action in Reno at the Livestock Events Center. So the 2017 season gonna sprawl across the West Coast. Started in August 19th in Las Vegas, right here in Reno, Nevada. In Denver, September 30th, next weekend. Catch us for round number 3. Round number 4, we're gonna be joined up in Everett, Washington. And October 28th in Phoenix, Arizona. Also November 4th, be sure you guys tune on in for Boise, Idaho. Also November 18th, we'll wrap up the 2017 season. We'll see the racing action come to a close. Who will be the champion? Will it come down to Cody Webb, your 2015 and multi-time Endurocross champion, or your 2016 and current #1 plate holder of Colton Haaker? Be sure you guys tune in for the exciting racing action November 18th in Ontario, California.
The amateur main event sponsored by Big Valley. The amateur main event sponsored by Big Valley Honda.
That's right, amateur open main event getting ready to start. Our riders lined up in the gate, the 976, the Kearns, Utah local of Josh Greco. Also the 851 of Zane Roberts out of Minden, Nevada. The 649 of Harrison Oswald out of Citrus Heights, California. Joining us here tonight, the 610 machine of Nick Say out of Scottsdale, Arizona. Alongside him will belong to the 514 of Gavin McCarthy. Also the 512 of Jacob J.C. Baker.
John, I'm so sorry, hold on. Jacob Kinkle just came over here. Dear, come here. Jacob has something he would like to say to Kelsey.
Kelsey, I have a very important question to ask you. Will you marry me?
She said yes!
What do you think, Reno? How about a big congratulations?
And he's running back to his bike. You just got engaged, congratulations. She's totally shocked. I'm gonna get out of the way. Jacob, I hope you win.
So continuing down the field, the 318 of Drew Layer, the 3NW of Joey Bascanero, the 169 of Anson Maloney. Also alongside him will be the 162 of Tyler Smith, the 55 of James Lynn. And right out the field, we'll go to Kevin DePuis, Jacob Kinkle, and the 8X machine of Brandon McGaughan. That's your lineup here for Amateur Open main event number 3. All right, so the field is staged. We're getting a signal down from the starting line from our starter, Mike. All the nods coming in from the riders. 30-second board is raised. Once we see that board go sideways anywhere between 15 seconds, we will see the gate drop. For main event number 3, the Amateur Open. Let's go racing! So these riders into turn number 1, big pile up here just before the first obstacle. So our leader, the 967 machine, 976 of Josh Greco, followed in by the 649 of Harrison Oswald in the number 2 spot. The 8X belonging to Brandon McGaughan. Also the wagon wheel continuing to cause trouble for these riders. But no problem for our leader, the 976, as your number 2 rider. Goes down on the step up. No problem for the 976 as he completes lap number 1. So it looks like our leader coming through the number 2 spot. That's going to belong to the KTM machine. So some carnage already in the Rocky Mountain ATV MC Rock Garden. So one rider out front right now, the 976, not struggling whatsoever. Oh, as he goes down. So the announcer's curse comes true. So a change for the lead. As the 21 now takes over the number 2 spot, that's going to be Kevin DePuis. Step on, step off for the 976 in the number 2 spot, riding out of Kearns, Utah. So Dante Oliveira, the 356, out in front now. Gonna lead him around for lap number 2. So some good battling, the 169 of Anson Maloney out of Grass Valley, California, making a charge. So the 8 machine getting hung up. So how about it? The 976 back in front. Oh, little mistake there. That's going to allow the number 21 machine of Kevin DePuis to pull up right alongside him, and now take over the lead is Kevin DePuis. So the Alberta, Canada rider out in front, Kevin DePuis, the 21 machine. The 162 of Tyler Smith in the number 3 spot, riding out of Simi Valley, California. So the chaos ensues through the wagon wheel. The fans are going nuts here. I hope everybody at home tuned in is having some fun just as much as we are here at the Reno Livestock Events Center. So we have a rider down here through the rock garden, a couple riders down as a 55 comes through. That's James Flynn. All right, so as we reach the halfway mark, we'd like to ask all of our participants in the Pro Taper Foot Race, please meet on concourse behind section number 2. So rider going down, looks like he's got the banners caught up. That's gonna be the 512 machine of Jacob J.T. Baker. So white flag out for your leader. 1 lap left to go for the Amateur Open main event. So looking like a 21 machine trying to set sail as he enters into the wagon wheel. All right, so here we go. The 21 setting up the final time through the Rocky Mountain Rock Garden. Put your hands together, Reno, for your winner, Kevin DePuis. The Alberta, Canada rider of Kevin DePuis taking home the win aboard that Husqvarna as the carnage continues here in Reno.
When it's time to prep your bike for the extremes of Endurocross or just off-road fun, you may want to buy from the manufacturer that is the expert in chassis and suspension maintenance. You want a brand that you know is backed by quality, a brand that is synonymous with being the fast, easy, and complete solution to suspension and chassis maintenance. You need Pivot Works, the only product of its kind with a lifetime replacement. Yes, a lifetime replacement on all products. Pivot Works, the official bearings and seals of the 2017 Endurocross Championship. Ride hard, ride fast, ride Pivot Works. right out of the bottle. Engine Ice is a high-performance coolant and is ready to provide dependable horsepower and is proven to reduce operating temperatures. Get your Engine Ice at your local power sports dealer. Cashman's Caterpillar technicians can fix just about anything. With more than 270 mechanics and 150 service trucks, we're ready to roll anytime. Call us today at 800-937-2326 or visit us at cashmanequipment.com for more info.
Hey Reno, what do you think of AMA Endurocross? As the carnage continues, it looks like Lorette's down on the podium with our winner.
Well, with a win last year in Everett, Kevin Dupuis does it again, and he came off the track, took his helmet off, and just took a deep breath. You had to work so hard going from last to first. How did you put it all together?
Yeah, from a bad start, I'm like, well, I'll try to keep my bike upright and make as less mistakes that I can, and we'll see after 4 laps what we're going to get, and looks like it went good.
And Kevin, when there is so much chaos going around you, how do you just keep your head down and run your own race?
Look ahead and navigate through it.
There we go. Simple answer, Kevin. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for our Podium Amateur Open, sponsored by Big Valley Honda. We have Kevin Dupuis, Joey Fiancaro, and Tyler Smith. And standing next to me, we have Lane Colbert with Tori. Hi, Tori. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Thank you so much. How old are you?
7 years old.
What? A little lady. Do you ride, Tori?
Yes.
What do you ride?
A Yamaha.
Okay. Wow. Well, maybe we have a young rider in the making for the Endurocross women's class. And Lane, Big Valley Honda sponsoring Amateur Open. What would you like everyone to know about Big Valley Honda?
We support the sport, whether it be motocross, outdoor, quads, side-by-sides. We're your connection to get parts and bikes.
And if people need bikes and parts, where can they go? How can they find you?
The easiest way is to find us on 2225 Market Street in Reno, or www.bigvalleyhonda.com.
Okay. And Tori, anyone that you're cheering for tonight?
Colton.
Cody Webb.
Pick one.
Tara Geiger? Let's go with Tara Geiger, yeah? She nodded, yes, that's what we're gonna do. All right, John, back to you.
Thank you, Lorette. Of course, we want to thank all of our wonderful sponsors here and locally, Cashman Cat, Big Valley Honda. And also at this time, we'd like to ask all of our Pro Taper Foot Race participants, please meet on the concourse now behind Section 2. Again, all Pro Taper Foot Race participants, please meet now on the concourse behind Section number 2.
The Super Endurocross Gate Pick, sponsored by Motion Pro.
So a stack, a field of riders going to be joining us here for the Super Endurocross Heat Race number 2. As joined alongside me, unfortunately not able to make tonight's race, Corey Graffunder. Great to have you up here in the announcer's booth.
Yeah, I'm excited to be here talking, if that's all I can do. Be better to be out there racing, but I'll do what I can to make the show exciting.
So apparently have a little bit of an accident just within this last week. Maybe you can take some of these guys through what happened and when we can expect you to come back.
Yeah, I just was out training Endurocross and had a little over-the-bar experience in the rock pile and landed on my hands and broke my thumb. So that was about 2 weeks ago. I got some x-rays 2 days ago and everything's healing up nicely. I'm not ready to race this weekend, obviously, but I'm hoping to be back next weekend for Denver.
Hey, obviously making your team, SR team, proud, and unfortunately you can't race, but we got some great racing ahead of us.
Yeah, I'm excited. Let's do this.
All right, so here we go. Endurocross Consolation number 1. Colton Haaker lined up in the gate. Right alongside him, your 2015 and multi-time champion, Cody Webb. Also the number 7 machine of Kyle Redmond. The 14, the youngster, your 3rd place championship runner of Ty Tremaine. Your local boy. Put your hands together, Reno, for Ty Tremaine. Also joining us here on the stage is the number 20 machine of Cooper Abbott out of Peoria, Arizona. Also, Juan Pierre Seguro going to be joining us from the number 80 machine. The number 84 landing for the first time on the podium last weekend. Put your hands together for Tristan Hart. And rounding out tonight's field, the 696 out of Alpine, California, Noah Keppel. All right, Corey, coming into turn number 1, it looks like we got Cody Webb out front.
Yeah, it looks like Tristan Hart on the outside got a good run as well.
And how difficult is that section, especially coming up through the matrix blind?
Yeah, definitely. You can't see anything when you're coming into that. Oh, Kyle Redmond on his head.
So a couple riders going down. Actually, it looks like your teammate maybe having some issues there. Kyle Redmond, I know it's a rider that you ride with often.
Yeah, that's definitely not like him. He was third fastest earlier in hot laps, so he's got some ground to make up to get that better gate pick.
Yeah, certainly a rider more than capable of putting it on the box. But our leader, Cody Webb, and at one time was teammates to the 14 machine of Ty Tremaine. So Tremaine coming across the finish line. I think this is going to be a really good testament to how fast Tremaine can be and see if he can actually catch Cody Webb. What do you think?
Yeah, for sure, and he's definitely got the motivation here racing in his hometown. Let's see if he can hang with him and maybe even make a push and catch right up.
Ty Tremaine earlier on in qualifying in the hot lap session posted one of the quickest times early on, but unfortunately was bested by the number 2, your 2015 machine right here of Cody. All right, still some banging action as Colton Haaker, unfamiliar, maybe not quite like him to make some of these mistakes that you're seeing right now.
Yeah, he seems like he's a little bit off his normal form tonight. He didn't really do, what was expected in the hot laps, but he's hanging in there. He's third in this race, and that's still a decent gate pick for the main.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. Only 5 laps long is the race, so man, something that he's going to have to work on if he's going to try to make it into the top 3 right here. So again, smooth as ever. The number 2 machine, the Red Bull Factory KTM rider, Cody Webb out in front. Followed in by the 14, your 3rd place champion in 2016, Ty Tremaine, and here comes your number 1 with the red plate of Colton Haaker.
Take a look at this section that Colton's coming up to right now. He's actually going to hop off a little piece of dirt over top of that log right there. It's an extremely difficult maneuver and very high risk.
Wow, so you can see what he's doing. He went triple. I haven't seen anybody do that all day. What does it take for a rider to actually do that?
Yeah, that's a big commitment. Nobody's done that yet today, so, especially to pull that out mid-race, he must be feeling good.
I feel we always see something different out of Colton Haaker, always pushing the limits. What do they call that, splatting that, essentially?
Yeah, it's somewhat of a splatter. It's a bit of a trials move, but it's, adapted for Endurocross, but it's definitely a very highly perfected technique.
Very much like Supercross, what they would consider to be a wheel tap. Here in Endurocross, they call it a splatter. And these guys are pushing another level, but your leader out in front has made no mistakes. That's Cody Webb, consistent as ever. So Cody Webb looks like he's approaching the white flag. 1 lap left to go for the Red Bull FMF KTM machine. Great effort out of Ty Tremaine, sitting in that number 2 spot. What do you think about Colton Haaker? You think he has enough time to catch that number 2 spot?
Yeah, well, he just had a great lap. He put a lot of time on Tremaine. He's only got a lap left, though, so let's see if he can pull something out of the hat and make a move on this last lap.
Oh, Cody Webb coming into a little bit of traffic there in the Mason Ottersburg. But take a look at this battle for that number 2 spot. I'm not sure Tremaine knows that Colton's right there. So let's see if he can make up some of that time in that section you just showed us.
Yeah, this is going to come down to either the firewood or the rock.
Oh, a mistake for Ty Tremaine. Now Colton Haaker takes over that number 2 spot. So your winner, put your hands together for Cody Webb. So the race isn't over. Still 1 section left to go for the number 1 machine of Colton Haaker. Looks like he will take the number 2 spot, followed in by the 14 machine of Ty Tremaine. So that's going to do it for Super Endurocross Consolation number 1.
60 years ago, in a small technical workshop in northern Italy's famous Moto Valley, Vertex was born among the racing legends of Ferrari, Ducati, and MV Agusta. Today, Vertex pistons have matured into the racing piston of choice for riders and teams throughout the world. In disciplines from MotoGP, motocross, enduro, and trials, winning multiple championships. Vertex Pistons, the factory piston supplier to KTM, Husqvarna, Beta, Gas, and the official piston of Endurocross. Vertex Pistons, racing is in our Italian blood. For the past 50 years, Kinda has been building a better tire for life's most demanding activities. Kinda overbuilds their tires to ensure you succeed safely in everything you do. Visit kindatire.com and find a dealer near you.
Reno, I don't think you guys were disappointed like that. The Super Endurocross win, consolation #1, going to Cody Webb, down on the podium now.
Thank you so much. That was for race 4. That seeds the riders for bracket races and main event. 13 riders, 12 are going to the bracket race. That's race 7. Cody Webb came off the track and checked his heart rate monitor. Is everything on track for you?
Yeah, we're on track, not even redlining yet, but that was a short 5 laps, definitely a strong sprint. Got a great start with the whole shot there. Ty was on the inside, so I tried to just hammer that first matrix and make sure I was in the lead in that first turn and the rock turn and push forward from there. It was mistake-free, no issues, and hopefully we can keep it that way the rest of the night.
How do you continue that trend later tonight?
I don't know. It's Endurocross. You never know what's going to happen, but the track has a lot of speed tonight, a lot of jumps, and pretty much the technical little spoke turn. And the rock section's pretty awesome. I like it. So, those are going to be the big mistakes going to be happening. The Joker lane's going to be interesting. It's definitely a lot tougher than Vegas. So, you just got to stay out of the chaos and keep pushing forward.
Love the smile, love the confidence. Put your hands together for Cody Webb.
The Trialscross, sponsored by Gas.
That's right, big congratulations going out to your winner, Cody Webb, here early on. So gaining some confidence here as we'll see him a little bit later on in our bracket racing. So down on the line, just as you heard, Trialscross main event lining up. This is race number 5. Again, a little reminder for all of our Pro Taper foot race participants, please meet on the concourse now behind section 2. All right, so lined up in the gate now, our Trialscross main event. Cody Webb showing off a little bit for you fans, and actually Cody, coming from a trials background, was actually part of the ERE, that's Geoff Aaron's riding class that he had as a Trialscross main event. Lined up in the gate, the 521 of Anthony Johnson out of Rathdrum, Idaho. Also the 485 of Josh Mazakis out of Antioch, California. The 462 lined up in the gate now. That's going to be Tyler Seotter. Also the 127 out of Rathdrum, Idaho. Aboard that gas, the 127 of Coleman Johnson. So the 30-second board up, it will go sideways. Anywhere between 15 seconds, we will see the gate drop, and we're off and running into turn number 1. All right, so our leader with the light on out front, managing to get through the matrix portion of the track. So a couple riders unfortunately having a little bit of issues here. And so the technique here with trials is to try not to dab your feet. You'll see these guys are very technically sound on their bikes. They take their time, very methodical is Endurocross. Here comes the 521 trying to take the lead. That's going to be Anthony Johnson.
He needs some milk.
These guys are looking for a little bit of energy. As the 127.
Give him that milk.
Sitting in that number 3 spot. That's going to be Coleman Johnson out of Rathdrum, Idaho, aboard that gas, only 12 years of age. Come on, Reno, make some noise for Coleman Johnson. Ah, yeah! And your leader, Anthony Johnson, coming around to complete lap number 1. That's the gas back rider, only 14 years of age. The Fly Racing B rubber tires, sponsored by Mom and Dad. So the 521 super technical out in front through the matrix. Not able to jump that second jump here right after the matrix. Executing the rock garden. Here comes a new section here through the evening, the wagon wheel that you guys see right here. So the 521 getting there, no problem at all. Looks like the 462 of Tyler Seotter. the local boy here out of Sparks, Nevada. Reno, make your noise here for your local boy. The 521 though, looking flawless out front as he enters into the Rocky Mountain ATV MC Rock Garden. So these riders already spreading themselves out. Here comes the 127 machine. That's Coleman Johnson, again, only 12 years old. No problem for him as he runs in third place. So looking for that final spot on the podium there is Coleman Johnson. All right, here comes the 521 of Anthony Johnson. The brothers here, very proud mom and pop here sitting in the stands, or likely dads over there doing double duty in the mechanics area. So the 521 putting the 485 of Josh Mazakis a lap down. Not very much suspension on these machines, as you guys can tell. Totally different form of riding, especially here on the closed course that you see through the AMA Endurocross series. As your leader here, the 521, Anthony Johnson, the 14-year-old sensation, gonna complete another lap around here. Reno, make some noise for your leader of Anthony Johnson. Again, some of the sections that you guys are seeing here throughout the evening, the Rock Garden, along with the matrix that the 521 machine just executed. And at various rounds throughout the year, you guys will see the water pond that we lay up for these riders. Always exciting when we ever have the water pond. You never know if it's on the side of the track and you're gonna get in the splash zone, so to speak. So we should be seeing the white flag out this next lap around for your leader. Oh, the crowd goes wild for the 485 of Josh Mazakis.
Down goes Frazier! Down goes Frazier!
Little John said, we're going crazy. There you go, white flag out for your leaders. So Anthony Johnson looking to actually put down his sibling a lap down of Coleman Johnson, the 127. So I'm sure these two obviously ride together. Mom and dad sitting there proud down there on the track side. So going a second lap down here will be Josh Mazakis. So that'll tell you the kind of speed that your leader, the 521 right now, of Anthony Johnson out of Rathdrum, Idaho, is carrying. So I have a strong feeling that we're going to see these riders here, our leader in Boise, in November 4th, as these guys are hailing out of Rathdrum, Idaho. So one corner left to go for your leader of Anthony Johnson, the 521, as he enters into the firewood for the last time. Grabbing a couple gears as he gets ready to enter into the Rocky Mountain ATV MC Rock Garden. Reno, put your hands together for your winner, the 521 of Anthony Johnson. All right, so it looks like the next rider in line will go to Tyler Schauter out of Sparks, Nevada. So the 462 machine will end up in second. And your third place winner here, the 127 of Coleman Johnson.
When you've got a big job to do and a short time to do it in, Cashman Cat the rental store is the answer to all your high-flying projects with aerial lifts, portable gensets, portable welders, jumping jacks, skid steer loaders, mini excavators, and so much more. Cashman has what you need to get her done. Call us today at 800-937-2326 or visit us at cashmanequipment.com for more info.
So a little sibling rivalry between Anthony Johnson and Coleman Johnson, but it looks like the 521 gonna come on up on top. Reno, put your hands together for Anthony Johnson, taking home the win.
Well, getting a few seconds to chat with Anthony. He is an old hand at this and has won before. So how difficult is it taking a trials bike out on an endurocross track?
You know, they both have their pros and cons. A trials bike, you can maneuver around easier, but at the same time, you can't go fast enough.
And you're racing with your brother, Coleman Johnson. Is he older or younger?
He's younger. And
you love showing him the ropes, right, on how to win.
Yeah.
Who do you want to thank?
I'd like to thank Fly Racing, V-Rubber, and my family.
Okay, so we are going to celebrate our trial cross. What are you guys doing down there? Get up here. Come on. You two. All four of you guys just worked so hard. We are going to get our riders in order of our trial cross class. Gentlemen, nice work. You scooting there too. Getting there, getting there. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for your fourth place finisher, Tyler Seawater. We have in third, Coleman Johnson, Josh Mousakis, and your winner, Anthony Johnson. Great job, guys. John?
Yeah, big round of applause going out to all those riders finishing on the podium here tonight. Of course, we want to thank our broadcasting live sponsor, Racetech. Building high-quality engine requires a combination of state-of-the-art equipment and experienced knowledge technicians. Racetech provides quality, precision engine service using the best equipment and process in the industry. The staff at Racetech has over 65 years of championship-winning engine building and tuning experience, formally educated by world's most renowned engineers. Find your next hole shot at racetech.com.
The Amateur B main event sponsored by Kenda Tires.
That's right, Reno Amateur Open B main event. Coming up next, we want to thank everybody tuning in at home on the live broadcast at Endurocross.com. All right, the lineup in the gate right now, the 701 of Tyler Ganeas out of Castro Valley, California. The 681 of Reese Hanoi out of Reno, Nevada. Also, the 668 of Christopher Roos out of Lafayette, California. The Granada Hills, California, the first time here to the Amateur B main event. Put your hands together for the 526 of Colton Eck. Also lined up in the field tonight, the 423 of Cole Wilson. Also the 280M of Clayton Rayonda. Also the 237 going to be in the gate. That's going to belong to Jordan Gambo. The 209 of David Sturm out of Snohomish, Washington. Also in the field tonight, the 94 machine of Carter York. The 88 machine of Dan Hawakawa out of Phoenix, Arizona. Also the 57 of David Camo out of Cadwell, Idaho. The 34 of Kakea Estrella. And your final rider here for the evening, the number 11. Put your hands together, Reno, for Nick Bauschler. All right, so the board is sideways. Here we go into turn number one. So who's gonna get the whole shot? Reno! So the 526 out to the early jump right now. The newcomer here to Endurocross, Colton Eck. That's right, maybe you guys have heard of him. Oh! He's a motocross and supercross rider out of Granada Hills, California. Actually took Destry's riding class last night, so we had a 28 individual join us for the DA8 training riding class as Colton Eck, along with Darren Rouse. Very talented skier. Joined them last night. Oh, the 237 of Jordan Gambo making a bit of a mistake, as does the 209 machine of David Sturm. So the 526 of Colton Eck sits in third. So as the chaos continues here through the Rocky Mountain Rock Garden, your new leader, the 237 of Jordan Gambo. The fast house fast KTM machine going over the bars. The very talented 209 of David Sturm, a very technical and tall rider, so it makes these sections very easy. Colton Eck, the Supercross and Motocross rider here joining the field, the 526, aboard that Honda, now into the number 2 spot. So this is a very familiar portion of the track to Colton, very much like Supercross. The step on, step off, and then a quick step on into the 180-degree corner as the 209 of David Sturm out front. Here comes the 526 of Colton Eck in number 2 spot. So Sturm looking like he's getting a little bit of pressure here from the 526 aboard that Honda of Colton Eck. Again, first ever race here for Colton Eck as he tries to close the door on David Sturm, and he does it. So Eck makes a little mistake, but still remains in the lead. So a first-time participant, will he make it his first-time win here in the amateur B main event? Here we go, Colton through the Rocky Mountain Rock Garden. Looking smooth and consistent here each lap. Up and over the big finish line tabletop. For your leader, here comes David Sturm. And the 237 machine sitting in the 3rd spot, still belonging to Jordan Gambo. So the motocross, supercross rider Colton Eck breaking some hearts here tonight. Slow and steady here for the Honda back rider. The TRE back Honda. Step on, step off there for Colton Eck. So a little change in positions here for the number 2 spot. As Gambo, the 237, now into the number 2 spot, followed in by the 209 of David Sturm. So Eck continuing to push forward as he has a fairly sizable lead here over the 207. So Reno, 1 lap left to go here for your leader. So our top 3 looks like this: Colton Eck, Jordan Gambo, the 237 aboard his KTM, and running in 3rd, the 209 of David Sturm. So Eck through the wagon wheel. Slow and steady here for the 526, the newcomer here to AMA Endurocross. 2 corners left to go for your leader. To the firewood for the last time. So he's steadily going to make his approach here through the Rocky Mountain Rock Garden. As gentlemanly as he can be, he's going to try to get back on the track, but Jordan Gambo will now take over the lead, and your winner, the 237 of Jordan Gambo, taking home the win in tonight's Amateur Open B main event, followed in by Colton Eck and the 209 of David Sturm. That's going to do it for tonight's Amateur Open B main event.
Cashman Equipment is ready to help you get dirty on any job. From making amazing endurocross tracks to helping a contractor put in a pool. We're a one-stop shop for whatever equipment you need. From mini excavators to motor graders, Cashman's got your Caterpillar machines. Call us today at 800-937-2326 or visit our website at cashmanequipment.com for more info. In 1973, PJ1 developed Black Label chain lube for the power sports industry. Today, PJ1 offers products to power sports, automotive, industrial, aerospace, and marine industries. Our latest releases are factory OEM color match paints and primers. PJ1 is proud to be part of Endurocross for the 2017 racing season. Please visit your local power sports dealer for information on PJ1 products. Endurocross is brought to you in part by Timber Sled, the leading snow bike brand owned and manufactured by Polaris Industries. A Timber Sled conversion kit combines the speed and agility of a dirt bike with the terrain capabilities of a snowmobile for an all-new riding experience. Use your dirt bike year-round, anywhere you want to go. Stop by the booth or learn more at timbersled.com.
Wow, some great racing action there for the Amateur Open B main event. Unfortunately for Colton Eck, not quite getting that win that he was looking for here in the B main event, but it looks like Lorette's down on the podium for a word with our winners.
Thank you so much. Jordan Gamboa came over to the podium and said, "What position did I finish in? You didn't even know that you won."
I didn't even know. You said I got first. Like, really? But, man, that was a rough race. Come to the race, it get arm pump really bad compared to practice.
All right, well, that was the Amateur B main, also known as the LCQ. If you win, you get the opportunity to go into the main event, but that means if you get a top 20 in the championship points, you give up your amateur status. So, what is your decision? What do you think you're gonna do?
I'll go ahead and give it a try.
All right! Love it. Who do you want to thank?
I want to thank my mom and dad for coming out here with me like they do all the races. IMS, Fast House, Maxxis Tires, GoPro, Pro Taper, and everyone else behind me.
All right, congratulations. Gentlemen, hold those trophies up high. This is for the Amateur B, also known as the LCQ. In third place, David Sturm. In second, Colton Eck, and your winner, Jordan Gamboa.
PivotWorks is the only bearing and seal brand in the industry that stands behind their product with a lifetime replacement. Why? Because PivotWorks has always committed to providing you the best quality components available, and we want to ensure your confidence in our commitment to you. Whether it's a proprietary fork seal design or our innovative shock thrust bearings, when you buy PivotWorks, you know you're getting a product that is superior to the competition. Don't waste time and money on the imitators. Buy the original and buy PivotWorks. PivotWorks, the official bearings and seals of the 2017 Endurocross Championship. Ride hard, ride fast, ride PivotWorks. Dirt Rider is your #1 source for tests and features about the bikes and racers of motocross and off-road. Gas, the first name in moto trials, leader in E-Kids electric technology, and an innovator in competition-ready Endurocross machines. Visit gasgas.com to learn more.
All right, Reno, I hope you guys are having a good time here for round number 2 of the 2017 AMA Endurocross Series presented by PJ1 Oils and Moose Racing. I'm joined alongside here Tara Geiger, X Games gold medalist, Puerto Rican women motocross champion, Tara, what a great night here for round number 2. A technical tractor that we've seen for round number 2. Tell us a little bit about some of these obstacles that these riders are going to have to endure, especially coming in here to turn number 1.
Yeah, well, at this arena, it's really long lanes. We got a lot of space, and this first turn here into this big log's always tricky because you're coming in with a lot of people, and everybody wants that good line. So it always makes for a lot of crashes, safe crashes, but a lot of people end up going down, coming in, locking it up, and then, yeah, right here, straight into another quick section, which is one of our quicker matrices we've had. It's a downhill one with big log at the beginning and big log at the end, and momentum is the name of the game and on this track, and it can't be more true than in the Matrix. They started off fairly grippy today, but through the day they've turned into like slick bare logs, so anything can happen in this one, and people start falling, you have nowhere to go, and it's a tricky one, especially being downhill.
How hard is it, especially coming into it blind, right? You're coming into it, and especially if you're in the heat of a battle, got to be tough to kind of time yourself. Do you find yourself maybe even jumping in a little bit further than you would if you have somebody that you're competing directly with?
For sure. It ends up being my problem sometimes in the race. There's one good speed to go through it, and if you get a little off timed, you know, your back wheel hits at the wrong time, you get on the gas at the wrong time, and before you know it, you're sideways and on the ground and stuck with a 2-foot log in front of you.
Well, then following here, the matrix section, as you guys can see, we have a double. This isn't your conventional double that you're going to see on a motocross track, obviously, that you're familiar with. What do you do to train for something like this, given these big logs? Obviously, those aren't something that you guys can just pull out of your backyard and have a training facility for.
Yeah, this is a monster log for sure. Yeah, it's into a double. Luckily, it's a dirt landing, so if you do case it, it's not the end of the world, but you want to get over it clean, and it's just kind of mentally just blocking out the fact that there's a big piece of wood and a big kicker up at the top.
Well, then following this double here, again, a quick little kicker here, just as Tara expressed. You have a blind section here jumping into the first section of our ATV rock garden. What do you expect? How do you even manage or time your landing here, jumping into the rocks, given, you know, the difficulty of these rocks kind of moving to?
Yeah, it's another massive log you have to get over, and on the backside's a bunch of rocks that tend to move and skip out on your wheels and things like that. And momentum's key, so you want to come in and just keep your front end up, so you almost want to launch off, but then when you launch off, then you're landing in rocks, so you never know really what your landing looks like or anything like that, so it's really blind, but you just have to go in with confidence and, like I said, momentum.
Obviously a lot of moisture coming up through the night. Does that make it a little bit more challenging too, these rocks having a little bit of moisture?
The rocks, especially the logs with none of the bark on them, you hit them sideways and it's basically like riding on ice, so you just got to keep your wits about you and make sure you hit them straight, because if not, it's pretty much 1-2 on the ground.
There you go. Tara Geiger's key to the race here. It looks like we have David Sturm here over with Lorette.
John, thank you so much. So, David, I feel very lucky to have gotten to know you over the years, see your race progress and what you have done. Now, starting with Vegas in 2017, you got on the podium. We're here in Reno on the podium. So what's changed for you?
Well, I got more experience over the last few years racing this, and for all the local off-road riders, if you want to come out and do it, it's something that's fun and you can do. And I did my first one in 2012, and now I've got more experience on the circuit, so I'm not as nervous, I guess, at the races and more focused, and I'm able to ride more consistent. And I've got a good program of people at home that support me and help me train, so it's just years of putting it all together is finally coming together for me.
I love it. All right. Well, guys, I think you might know that we're right now in intermission, and racing will continue at 9:05. So with intermission, a lot of people like to stretch their legs. I think we should do the same, and let's walk. And let's walk and talk about the track, because we have the plateau and a wood pile that we're getting our way up to. So talk about this section right here and what you riders are experiencing.
So the plateau, jumping into it, is more for the pros and experts. A lot of the vet riders, we weren't necessarily comfortable jumping into the corner, but this one here is pretty easy. You don't have to really try hard and you can make it off the top. So it's a fun little obstacle. The courses are a little bit different this year, and they're switching
Hey guys,
things up.
Andrew
So
Roller, Dirt Rider
got
Magazine.
more
We're at
flowy
the first
jumps
round of the 2017 Endurocross season in Las Vegas, Nevada at the Orleans Arena. This is going to be my first Endurocross race on a full-size dirt bike, and I have Destry Abbott here who's going to give me some tips on what I need to do to put in some clean, fast laps.
Now I'm Destry Abbott with Purvine's D8 Racing, and I think the biggest thing for Andrew is being patient through the obstacles. That's going to be the key. Of course, you know, going fast in the dirt sections, coming from a trials background, that might be the little bit. The obstacles itself aren't going to be an issue for Andrew. The bike's really good, and I'm excited to see how it goes tonight. So Andrew, here we are in the matrix section, one of the biggest obstacles in every Endurocross round. But momentum's going to be the key. If you do get stuck, get your weight back. Make sure you got weight on that tire, driving you through. And the same thing is going to happen in the other obstacles too. So we have another cool obstacle that you see in almost every Endurocross, 7-8 foot tire jump. But the big thing here is transferring your weight. When you're going up, you're going to be almost vert. As you can see how big this tire is. This is a cool obstacle that isn't as hard as it looks. A lot of people get deceived by how tall it is, but it's actually a really cool obstacle. Another cool obstacle that you'll see at every Endurocross round, big rocks, the rock pile. You'll see the top guys, Cody, Colton, all those guys are really good about that trials background on lugging the tire, lugging it so the tire has traction. But once you get to the top, it's easy selling. You know, it's the same thing on keeping that weight back so there is tire weight on the rear and the front end's gliding across the rocks. On this LCQ, they're only taking 2 out of going into the main tonight, so that start's going to be huge. So really get the start. As we talked about before, the obstacles you're phenomenal through. The dirt section is going to be the big thing, is just be aggressive in the dirt, make good lines, don't leave those doors open, don't check up early. Making mistakes is key, I know. I'm not making mistakes, which you're doing fine. It's just we'll work on the aggression this time. Have fun. Good start.
Well, at the end of the day, the result wasn't there. It wasn't what I wanted or what we wanted, but the bike was good. I felt like I improved, especially in the rocks. I got a decent start in the LCQ. Something to build on for me, and thank you for all your expertise and help.
Andrew, I'm stoked. I'm glad to have Dirt Rider, you guys, part of this, and we were excited when you wanted to test out one of my race bikes. And I rode Cooper's hand-me-down bike. You rode my race bike, so you did phenomenal. You know, Purvine's D8, the Yamaha 250F was awesome, and hopefully we'll get another shot for you to do it again.
Yeah, I look forward to it.
That's awesome.
And Mike Brown through that rhythm section trying to put a move on, and it looks like he accomplishes getting by Geoff Aaron. Mike Brown is
Aaron getting sideways.
And Colton Haaker getting caught up in it.
3 wide for second. Oh, the 7 on the inside is Redmond.
He looks down. I don't know if he missed the brake pedal or if maybe something got bent. I think they would charge me rent for the amount of time I'd spent in this whip pit. It is so technical and loose. I think he will. He's got long legs, Jason. We just said long legs is what's helping the riders out tonight. Little stumble there. Guess what? The long legs help him through the whip pit. So I'm telling you, there's something about this track tonight.
The top 5 riders all go down.
He can get kicked. This track is super tough.
Oh! And other riders having problems. Remember this guy from the heat race, Mason Ottersberger, the 35. Aggressive. Awesome to have Taddy back in this series after taking last year off. Destry Abbott there in the 8, the 123, Kevin Brookstool battling it out. Tremaine can't get going. He's stuck. Graf Thunder can't get going either. They're trying to bulldoze their way through this section. The level that Webb and Haaker have gone to in the last couple of years, and they are immediately putting distance between themselves and everyone else. One of the favorites like Zuziak in the back, so these guys trying to take advantage.
Oh, they're coming to this all so tricky fire pit section, and more drama. Getting down to the dirt. Oh!
Wow. I thought he was going down for sure.
I was with you on that one. Cody Webb gets a little sideways there. Doesn't lose the lead, but Haaker now basically right on his tail. So another one of those bubbles. And now Haker's almost alongside. Oh!
Got the pass, makes it. So Haaker now into the lead. And we didn't know what we were going to get out of Haaker. You heard Cameron talk about it top of the show. He is riding with broken ribs. And here he is in the lead.
Wow, this is a really gutsy performance. You can tell he's the kind of guy, he's riding right now on a lot of just adrenaline and pure emotion, because you know he's in pain. Every time he hits one of those logs, it's just violent, and you can see right now he's coming under pressure from our reigning champ who wants that lead back. No reigning champ wants to get past in the heat race, first race of the following year.
But look at Haaker, he's putting the bike back. He kept putting the bike everywhere Webb wanted to go, and now he goes down, which is the worst case scenario when you're riding injured. I'm not surprised, by the way, that Haaker was being as aggressive as he was, trying to hold on to the lead.
Well, as a racer, you always give it everything you got.
Heat number 2, we are set to go. 4 laps through the blood of beer. Here we go, David. Here's the start. And out in front on the outside. Oh, and he's down. That's number 40. A tough break from Matthew Henderson on the Kawasaki. He hit the ground.
Wonder if that might help him out or hurt him. Oh! We see more carnage there.
He has been rock solid, and he actually passed Hattie Zuziak earlier in the year, and there you see Justin Soule going over the bars.
Oh, as you see Ty Tremaine go down. And now second place down. Trying to rip that thing out of the cases. And now our leaders, everyone's having trouble. There's carnage everywhere in the Geico water hole. For the title in this series before, but the rider doing that this year is the number 10 of Colton Haaker, and he goes down in a heat in turn 1.
And our leader has gone down. And just like that.
Look out. Wow. And that's Haaker on the 10, gets into it with Wally Palmer, and Palmer is down hard.
Wetzler, probably the...
and Brookstool's down again.
Brozovic took his time, lands it down again in the water. That does not feel good. There's water everywhere, and you're out of your sync. He's trying to get his feet back on the peg, getting his groove.
Main process for us to get going on the job site is we spend a day or two mixing and processing the dirt, and then over the course of the week we have 6 to 8 guys with about 3 operators in all the heavy equipment that we utilize. Basically start by bringing the dirt in, and then slowly but surely we'll bring in all the different materials through the course of the days. You know, we have about 150 logs in here. I think there's about 40 to 50 ton of rock, 50,000 gallons of water into the dirt to get it to the point where it is right now. And you know, with the pond, we bring in the concrete truck and pour the pond. And basically, over the course of the week, we developed what you see here, this beautiful Endurocross track.
Well, the first thing we do when we're getting ready for Endurocross is we prep our bikes. The biggest things we do are like the guards. So we've got like a skid plate that basically covers the linkage, basically guards for the rear disc, parts that protect like radiators. Basically most of the stuff is to kind of like protect the bike so you don't derail a chain or bend a rotor or something like that. And we tune our suspension maybe a little softer than you would for arena cross or motocross.
Mainly for the most part, when I train for Endurocross, you know, bike time is the most important thing. You can be the physically most fit person in the gym you've ever seen and be put on a dirt bike, and you can still have the skills. But even if you get put on the dirt bike with the skills without being like kind of one with your bike, you can go out there and just totally pump up, super tired, huffing and puffing, out of rhythm. So it really comes down to like bike time, and everything outside of that has been pretty much cross training.
Surprising thing about the track is it's a one-off hybrid weirdo thing. I mean, it's got everything in it: rocks, logs, water crossings. The rocks are probably the hardest thing usually every race. I mean, there's usually holes in there that sometimes can swallow a bike. And you know, Endurocross is tricky, and it's first couple times riding it, you're not going to enjoy it. And once you start figuring it out, getting comfortable, it actually becomes it's pretty fun to ride. And you know, I hope to see just the interest keep growing more.
Cody Webb wheel tapping through that section. How technical is that?
That is super technical. First and second with Cody and Geoff, both trials guys. Cody Miller, one of our Arizona guys. So of course we're pulling for him too. Oh, there you go.
Again, another great opportunity for even a Geoff Aaron to follow maybe some of the line choices that Cody Webb has.
Yeah, Cody Webb just hopping over that log, very difficult. Using his legs, getting that hop right there. Look at that. Oh, nice little mistake, but great save.
Yeah, you never know what you're going to get with that firewood section. Those things skip out, but look at who it is. Taking home the win right here, Cody Webb, for the first round of our backgrid race. Coming in second, then Mr. 10-time Geoff Aaron, and then Miller coming across in third.
Phenomenal race.
Hey, last night you guys did your guys' DA8 training facility here, right here, 28 riders. What was that like to work with some of these new guys?
That was really cool. We had some really good riders, and we had some riders that never been on this course. Kind of like Colton Haaker was talking about the rocks. It's way more difficult when you go down there and walk these sections. Like I said, it was cool working with them on form and trying to teach them the best I could and seeing them progress through the night.
How about a rider like Colton, that Supercross, motocross guy coming out here for the first time? That's got to be difficult.
It's very difficult.
All right, so it looks like the 16 machine here. Ty Colton's going to take the early lead, followed in by that number 1 machine. You never can count out.
Yeah, we have Colton Haaker in second, my son Cooper Abbott in third. Ty Tremaine, these are different lines right here. Actually, they followed, which kind of surprised me. Oh yeah, there you go. You want some aggressive racing. Yeah, that's what you get with Endurocross.
Yeah, Colton
Oh,
Haaker.
actually, I'm sorry. That was Mason Osberg. I just saw the Yamaha, so that was my bad.
Yeah, Mason Ottersberg, also an Arizona rider I'm sure you ride with quite often.
Yeah, Mason's been working hard. You know, we have Max Gersten back home with an injury. Another Arizona racer. It's bummed to see him. But I know he'll be back as soon as he can, too.
Look how smooth and consistent Colton Haaker is. Taking home bracket race number 2 is Colton Haaker. Big confidence here for Mason Ottersberg, taking home second, followed in by the 16 machine of Ty Collins.
Yeah, phenomenal race in there. You guys want aggressive racing, this is aggressive racing. You'll see it's gonna get more and more intense as the night goes on. The track's gonna actually get a little bit easier, the fact that we don't have a water pit dragging water around. But these rocks, everything's really difficult. But as I was talking about my class last night, the momentum through these obstacles is key.
And I know you said earlier, even the moisture that's coming up here on these rocks, how difficult is that even when you were in the main event?
Yeah, it was difficult, and as the bottlenecks come, like during the main event, the pro guys, you'll see bottlenecks. They're a little patient, like I was in the vet class. It's not just about trying to pin it. It's really being precise, hitting your marks, hitting your lines, and you know, using your breath, as they talked about earlier, trying to keep that heart rate down.
What would you say for 2017? Obviously a difference in some of the tracks and obstacles. Do you feel like it's building up and making for even better racing?
This is phenomenal racing. You know, I've been doing Endurocross since it started, and here we go with race number 3 also. Great start by local favorite, Ty Tremaine.
That's right, number 14 of Ty Tremaine out into the early lead about that RPM KTM back ride. How about Kyle Redmond, always an aggressive rider, sending it.
There you go. This wagon wheel, I'm surprised someone hasn't set up a little wider. Oh, there you go.
So Redmond looking up the inside, not able to make the move, Destry.
Yeah, Kyle's a really phenomenal rider. Both of these guys are. Yeah, Ty Tremaine checking up early, taking that inside because he knows Kyle will bring it in. And they want this 1 point. They want to move on to that final round.
It's never over until you exit through the Rocky Mountain Rock Garden. As you see, Ty Tremaine, a little bit of difficulty, but taking home the win. The kid has so much style.
Yeah, Ty's a phenomenal rider, like we were saying earlier. Knows how to use his legs. And, you know, being here locally, it's awesome to see you guys cheering him on. He's a great kid. So, yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, some great racing there for bracket race number 3. And not only that, Ty Tremaine coming off of the 6 days enduro. I know you know something about that.
Yeah, I've done 9 of the ones and 7 gold medals. So ISD is a phenomenal thing to be part of. And I was pretty lucky to represent the country on the trophy team. So pretty neat. And, you know, Cody Webb talked about doing it for the first time. And Ty Tremaine, they're making themselves well-rounded riders.
All right, so in bracket race number 4, our top qualifiers that finished 4th, 8th, and 12th lining up in the gate now. Here we go. Gate set to drop, and we're off into turn number 1.
All right, this one I know my son's in this one. He's running 3rd. He's aggressive, nice wheel tap. Tristan, Noah Kempel, and Cooper Abbott.
Yeah, Hart knows something about getting on the podium.
Let's see, Cooper will probably set up wide. Well, I told him to, but he didn't listen. That's your son for you right there.
Son knows best, right?
Yeah, he doesn't think I know what I'm talking about.
No, you got to be so proud of your son riding great here in 2017.
Oh, there you go, buddy. Come on.
Tristan Hart, though, certainly no slouch, finishing 3rd in our first round.
Tristan rode really well. Cooper needs to take a different line here. He's got to be aggressive, but I think he's going to probably play it safe. Maybe wait for that name. But like you said, Tristan Hart rode really well, finishing 3rd in the first round and taking the win right there.
Yeah, the Canadian rider obviously picking up that Team SRT ride. It has to feel good coming off of a privateer ride last year. What is it like to come up and actually see what, you know, other, maybe that you don't see in yourself, but what sponsors do, and clearly able to pick up that ride?
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Me being part of the Purvines D8 team and dealing with sponsors. We have a couple of great sponsors here locally with Nate, with DDC, and you know, it's cool to see these guys getting these opportunities because without our sponsors, we wouldn't have these opportunities. And without you guys, these fans supporting us, this is huge.
Hey Reno, you guys having fun so far? I don't think that was enough. Come on.
I don't think I heard it. Come on, guys. Let's hear it. You guys having a blast? Here we go, round 2. Local favorite, Ty Tremaine, and champion, Colton Haaker.
So the winner from the 2nd and 3rd bracket right here. So this should be a good one. Again, Ty Tremaine, super aggressive here in 17 and has plenty of confidence.
Ty Tremaine, very aggressive, and that's what we want with Endurocross. There you go. This is what, oh, come on, Ty, there you go, buddy.
Oh, so different line choice there for Tremaine.
Line, but you have to take those different lines. And as the night goes on, you'll see guys taking different lines. Ty had a nice little rhythm section there. Colton's looking good. I think it's going to be a good win for him here, moving on too. But of course, it's racing, and this rock section is a lot more difficult, but they're carrying their momentum. Nice little whip.
Yeah, Colton Haaker putting on a show here for your fans. Reno, make some noise for your champion. All right, winners from our 1st and 4th bracket coming up next. So this will be Cody Webb and Tristan Hart.
Cody Webb's been working on his moto skills, which shows. Great jump off the gate right there. Tristan tried to check up, go underneath. Of course, he's not following, which is a smart thing to do in case Cody does mess up.
Yeah, Webb looks so fluid there through the matrix, which is a very technical portion.
Oh, that was nice. As you see, Cody's landing on his rear wheel, keeping that acceleration moving forward. Tristan going down, but like I said, winner moves on. He knows he's going to be going to the main, which is going to be big.
Yeah, great opportunity just to learn, right? Just to try to see what those line choices are and build confidence.
Absolutely. You know, none of us know enough. We're always learning, no matter what level you are. Cody Webb, Colton Haaker, all the top guys. We're always learning.
There you go, Cody Webb with a lot of confidence here in 2017. I think you just see that. Unfortunately, coming off, he didn't win the championship last year. Do you think that just incentivizes him just that much more?
Absolutely. Being a champion, you know, people are striving for you, and when you don't win that championship, it makes you get even hungrier. And with the rivalry, as I talked about before, that those two have, Colton and Cody, I know they have a great rivalry, and it's a real rivalry, trust me.
Yeah, not to take anything away at all, but you have to admire his confidence, but also, man, he's very well educated also. Engineering degree last year, not only racing, but working on his master's for that. What is even that going to your mind, and how do you even separate those two?
That's pretty amazing to be at the level he was at, you know, winning a champion, still at, I should say, going to college full-time, and smart guy, great family, and yeah, it's pretty cool to see him focusing on, you know, his future, because racing, you never know what's going to happen, and you know, have something in his back pocket.
Well, you said it, the main event right now here for our bracket race, the 2016 champion and your multi-time champion, Cody Webb. Let's see what it's going to be. One up point towards the championship.
Cody Webb has the inside. Look at him push away. Oh, did he go down?
That's that point that he needed, and unfortunately doesn't look like.
That was my bad. Actually, that was Colton. And, Cody looks like he's got a nice pace, but.
So Webb had the preferred line coming in that first corner, and unfortunately for Haaker, going down.
Colton won't give up, I guarantee you that. That's one thing Colton and Cody both have, is huge heart, and we love that.
Yeah, Colton Haaker still charging, as is your leader, the number 2 machine, this Red Bull FMF KTM factory rider. Final time here through the Rocky Mountain Rock Garden.
Let's hear it for Cody Webb taking the win.
That's right, big win for Cody Webb. One additional point there in the championship. It can all come down to the final round in Ontario, just with that 1 point.
Absolutely. They won, Colton won last first round, and Cody gets the win at the second round. Next weekend we're in Denver, and you'll most likely see both of them fighting it out for this 1 point, which is huge for that championship.
Hey, well, I want to thank Destry Abbott and Reno. Hey, how about a big round of applause for the number 8 machine of Destry Abbott?
Thank you, guys. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you for joining me up in the booth as we're going to get ready to send it on down to the podium for a word with our winner in our bracket race, Cody Webb.
Thank you so much. Cody Webb takes the bracket race win and that very important 1 point that goes towards the championship. Again, I asked you earlier, is everything still on track?
Yeah, definitely. Everything's still on track. Had a good jump. We were both side by side. He was trying to come over, but I had the inside, so I don't know what he's doing. I could just push him all the way off the track. And, you know, I ran out of track there, and somehow I clicked third. I hit neutral to the matrix, and he was able to gain back up on me there. But, you know, we still got a little bit left. Luckily, I didn't go down like I did last time, multiple times in Vegas. So, you know, we're hoping to fight out strong for this main event.
Do you think this is a sign of things to come for the main?
I don't want it to be a sign of things to come, but you know, if you kind of ride dirty, unfortunately it comes back to bite you. And you know, last couple of years I've had to deal with it over and over again. I'm always the nice guy. I have a lot of respect. You know, I'm still going to be respectful out there and ride the best race, and I want to let the speed determine who's the best rider at the end of the night.
Cody, thanks.
Thank you, appreciate it.
John?
Thank you, Laura. A big congratulations going out to Cody Webb as we get ready to set our sights here on race number 8, the Super Enduro B main event LCQ, presented by FMF. All right, of course, we'd like to thank our our continued sponsor here for tonight's racing, our local sponsor, Cashman Cat. Also, Big Valley Honda. Be sure to visit for all your parts, accessory needs, whether it be for your motorcycle, ATV, or generators. Be sure you guys visit BigValleyHonda.com. Located right here in Reno, Nevada. Also, we'd like to thank our live broadcasting partner at home, Racetech. Racetech Engine Services. Building high-quality engine requires a combination of state-of-the-art equipment and experience. Knowledge, technicians. Racetech provides quality, precision engine services using the best equipment and process in the industry. The staff at Racetech has over 65 years of championship-winning engine building and tuning experience, formally educated world's most renowned engineers. Find your next hole shot at racetech.com. All right, so again, lined up in the gate right now will be race number 8, the Super Endurocross B main event LCQ, presented by FMF. 13 riders will be lined up in the gate, 5 laps, the first and second invited to the Super EX main event. So our starter down on the line now. He will signify these riders, make sure their engines are fired up, and we'll get ready to go racing for race number 8, the Super Endurocross B main event. So again, only 2 riders from this field will be invited into tonight's main event. Reno, we've seen some great racing here all night long. Your final chance to make it into the Super Endurocross main event. As the 30-second board is raised, we'll see that board go sideways anywhere between 15 seconds. We will go racing. And into turn number 1. The 177 of Mitch Colforth out in front. So Mitchie, followed in by the 5 of Quinn Wenzel. The 5'11 of Richard Larson sitting in that number 4 spot. And the 926 of Spencer Wilton. So Mitch Colforth out in front. The 5 of Quinn Wenzel. The 5'11 running in third, that's going to be Richard Larson out of Kearns, Utah. Oh, pulling up side, the 926 machine of Spencer Wilton now moves into third spot. So Mitch Colforth looking consistent out front through the matrix, as does Mr. Longlegs, Quinn Wenzel, and the number 5 Husky back machine. So Mitch Colforth looking consistent there through the wagon wheel, as is the rest of the field. Oh, so the 5'11 machine coming in hot. That's Richard Larson. So Larson unable to take over that third spot. Man, great racing action here so far. These riders. We want to thank everybody here in Reno for joining us for round number 2, along with all of our viewers at home. With all the great racing, I hope you guys are on the edge of your seats. So some consistent riding here out of our top 3 riders. Mitch Colforth leading it, followed in by Quinn Wenzel, the number 5. Spencer Wilton, the 926 in the third spot. And the 5'11 machine battling it out right here. So that's going to allow the number 44 of Ryan Wells to get in the mix. So different lines here between our top 2 riders. But Mitchell Colford looking super consistent here as he completes another lap around in our B main event. Oh, so now going into the number 2 spot will be the 926 of Spencer Wilton. So we saw at round number 1, Wilton taking home the win in our amateur class, and with that, he was able to opt in to ride the pro class, and he sure did so. And look at him now, sitting in that number 2 spot, and the final transfer position to tonight's main event. So a couple riders, unfortunately, it looks like the 5'11" of Larson going down and throwing his goggles out to the fans. So unfortunate there for Larson. So no problem for your leader, Mitch Colford. Reno, 1 lap left to go in tonight's LCQ. All right, so 1 lap left to go for Mitch Colford. The 926 sitting in that number 2 spot, that's Spencer Wilton. And the number 44 out of Eager, Arizona, Ryan Wells in 3rd. So again, only 2 riders will advance into tonight's main event. And at the moment, it looks like it will be Mitch Colford and the 926 of Spencer Wilton aboard that Honda. So certainly different line choices between those 2 riders. Mitch Colford opting to step on, step off, where Wilton is actually tripling. So something a little bit different for these riders as Mitch Colford approaches the finish line, and Mitch Colford will take the win and transfer into tonight's main event. And the final transfer position will go to the 926 of Spencer Wilton into tonight's Super Endurocross main event.
As part of the Nevada community for more than 85 years, Cashman Equipment is proud to support events like this Endurocross Championship. Your Caterpillar dealership is here for all your parts, sales, service, rental, and power needs. Call us today at 800-937-2326 or visit us at cashmanequipment.com for more info. 60 years ago, in a small technical workshop in northern Italy's famous Moto Valley, Vertex was born among the racing legends of Ferrari, Ducati, and MV Agusta. Today, Vertex pistons have matured into the racing piston of choice for riders and teams throughout the world, in disciplines from MotoGP, motocross, enduro, and trials, winning multiple championships. Vertex Pistons, the factory piston supplier to KTM, Husqvarna, Beta, Gas, and the official piston of Endurocross.
All right, big congratulations going out to the 177 machine. Reno, put your hands together for Mitch Colford.
Well, guys, thank you so much. Mitch has connections here to Reno, and he is moving on to the main event for only the 2nd time in his career, but again, a very special connection to the Reno area. Tell us why.
Yeah, I grew up in Truckee, so for Reno, I'm stoked. I have a ton of family and friends here. Couldn't ask for anything better.
And that support must have just propelled you forward.
Yeah. I couldn't let them down, so the pressure was on for sure, but I'm stoked to be up here.
Anyone you want to thank?
Of course, all my friends and family for coming out. KTM, Team Topar, my buddy Ty for helping me out, Kenda Tires, Climb Gear, just everybody.
Okay, well, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to see our 1st and 2nd place riders, Spencer Wilton and Mitch Carvold, make it into the main event. Gentlemen, congratulations. John, back to you.
Yeah, big congratulations going out to both those riders that will be entering into only their 2nd main event in their pro career. So big congratulations to those guys. As we get ready to switch gears, this will be the women of AMA Endurocross.
The women's main event, sponsored by Rocky Mountain ATVMC.
That's right, lined up in the gate, the women of AMA Endurocross, the 598 of Rihanna Bradley out of Sanger, California. Also the 496 of Casey Martinez, the factory KTM machine out of Pleasanton, California. Also the 360 out of Sequam, Washington, Tatum Harris. Also the 190Y out of Paradise, California, aboard that KTM. Give it up for Sharon Mowell. Also lined up in the gate here for tonight's main event, the 177 of BB Carmochi. And I had the opportunity to join her trackside here this evening during our intermission. Put your hands together for the 68 machine of Tara Geiger. And a Riverside, California native aboard the Beta Factory machine, the 31 of Morgan Tanky. And your 2016 and current #1 plate holder out of Barron's, Alberta, Canada, aboard the KTM, only 22 years of age. Give it up for your 2016 champion, Shelby Turner. So that'll be a rundown here for the women of AMA Endurocross. Look down the line now. The 30-second board has raised. We will see that board go sideways. And we'll be going racing here, Reno, for the women's main event. So it looks like Casey Martinez off to the early lead, coming into the matrix. No problem for her. Here comes your #1, your 2016 champion of Shelby Turner, now taking over the lead. Certainly one to keep an eye on will be the number 31 of Morgan Tanky throughout tonight's main event. Very strong, talented woman right there aboard that Beta Factory machine. So it's gonna go Shelby Turner, Morgan Tanky, followed in by the 496, the factory KTM machine of Casey Martinez. Also, you certainly can't count out the JCR-backed Red Bull machine of Tara Geiger running in third. So we saw some great racing in Vegas for round #1, and it looks like we're in for another barn burner here in Reno for round #2, as the 31 machine of Morgan Tanky makes a mistake. That's going to allow Casey Martinez to now take over the #2 spot, along with Tara Geiger now into the #3 spot of her JCR Honda. But take a look at your leader here, the #1 KTM machine here of Shelby Turner, out in front, just as we would expect, but unfortunately running into some lap traffic. So that's going to allow our second and third place riders, Martinez, Geiger, to fast approach here through the wagon wheel. So Martinez, Geiger through the wagon wheel, no problem. But our leader, Shelby Turner, coming through the firewood section and now entering into the Rocky Mountain Rock Garden. So Rihanna Bradley having some struggles here, unfortunately, through the wagon wheel. Again, the wagon wheel, a new section here for the 2017 season. The 5 logs staggered makes it very difficult and gives a lot of different options as you lead into it. But here comes Tara Geiger, now taking over the #2 spot. So Martinez makes a mistake. That allows Geiger now to take over the #2. So separating herself from the rest of the field is your leader, the A&E Racing KTM of Canada FXR Rhino power-backed rider of Shelby Turner, checking out on the rest of the field. So a little mistake here for Tara as she exits the first section of our Rocky Mountain Rock Garden. Martinez coming through in third. So big separation here between our first, second, and third place riders out on the track now. So Mistake Free is your leader as she continues to separate herself from your number 2 rider here, the 68 machine of Tara Geiger. Oh, Geiger makes a bit of a mistake. Fortunately for her, she does have a bit of a gap here between that third place rider, the 496 of Casey Martinez. So the one who we thought would be a little bit more of a contender, unfortunately ran into some problems, the 31 of Morgan Tankey, as she currently sits in 4th. So your leader here, Shelby Turner, has some lap traffic in front of her here through the Rocky Mountain Rock Garden. So this is gonna allow Tara to kind of pull up just a little bit. Look at that, all or nothing attitude for your leader as she approaches the white flag. Reno with 1 lap to go. Get out of your seat and make some noise for your leader, Shelby Turner. So here comes Shelby. Unfortunately, she's going to be forced to take a different line here through the rock section as Rihanna Bradley unfortunately goes down. All right, so sitting in second, still Tara Geiger aboard that JCR Honda Red Bull backed machine. Hey Reno, what do you think of the women of AMA Endurocross? So looking smooth and consistent here in that number 2 spot still is Tara Geiger, but our leader, 1 corner left to go. And the last time through the Rocky Mountain Rock Garden. Here we go, put your hands together for your winner, Shelby Turner. Big win going out to your 2016 champion and showing why she is the current champion and adorning that number 1 plate. Still a corner left to go for the 68 machine of Tara Geiger, but looks to have this second place well within her reach. Put your hands together, Reno, for Tara Geiger. So your rundown will look like this. Shelby Turner, followed in by the 68 of Tara Geiger, and the 496 of Casey Martinez in third.
When it's time to prep your bike for the extremes of Endurocross or just off-road fun, you may want to buy from the manufacturer that is the expert in chassis and suspension maintenance. You want a brand that you know is backed by quality. A brand that is synonymous with being the fast, easy, and complete solution to suspension and chassis maintenance. You need Pivot Works, the only product of its kind with a lifetime replacement. Yes, a lifetime replacement on all products. Pivot Works, the official bearings and seals of the 2017 Endurocross Championship. Ride hard, ride fast, ride Pivot Works. Right out of the bottle, Engine Ice is a high-performance coolant and is ready to provide dependable horsepower and is proven to reduce operating temperatures. Get your Engine Ice at your local power sports dealer.
Hey Reno, let's hear you make some noise for the women of AMA Endurocross.
Well, Shelby Turner has been working very, very hard, and that was her race. Mistake-free, line choice, until the last lap. You had to make a different line choice. So how do you deal with that kind of discomfort?
Yeah, it's tough, especially after doing 4 or 5 laps in the same line. and to have to pick a different one and be confident in it takes a long time, but I raced a lot today, and I knew that line was there. I just had to make sure I didn't go too fast and skip out and hit a hole, so I'm glad I made it work, and I'm super excited about the win tonight.
You said this was your best ride all day. You've been making some changes to your program. What were those?
Yeah, I've been training really hard for Endurocross this year. I want to defend my #1 plate, and I'm just super excited to come out here week after week and just see my improvements. And these girls are doing awesome, and I just can't wait for next weekend.
Shelby Turner, congratulations.
Thank you.
Put your hands together for our women's podium. In third place, Casey Martinez. In second, Tara Geiger. And your winner, Shelby Turner.
We are the champions. We are the champions. No time for losers, 'cause we are the champions of the world.
The Endurocross main event, sponsored by Moose Racing.
That's right, tonight's main event, the final race here for the Super Endurocross main event coming up next. I want to thank all of our fans for coming out here in Reno, Nevada to the Livestock Events Center for round number 2 of the AMA Endurocross Series presented by PJ1 Oils and Moose Racing. And for our live broadcast sponsor, Race Tech, we want to thank you guys for tuning in at home. If you guys would like to learn a little bit more about Race Tech and some of their seminars that they offer, do you want to get your career in the motorcycle industry started or expand your current business? Maybe you just want to be able to be better set up on your own motorcycle. Fault Seat and Race Tech suspension seminars uncovers the black of suspension, tuning, and the jumpstart the more careers in suspension industry than anyone. Learn more now at racetech.com. So here we go. The stage is set here for tonight's Super Endurocross main event. I'll be joined alongside Corey Graffunder to be calling the racing action. Corey, we've seen some great racing here already earlier on in the season. What do you think and what you expect here from tonight's main event?
Well, obviously coming in tonight, Cody Webb, Colton Haaker are the top two. From what I've seen here tonight, though, I think Cody's got the edge, you know. He was faster in hot laps earlier. He was able to edge out Colton in the head-to-head, so I'm going to go ahead and give it to him. But, you know, that's just my opinion, and anything can happen. That's why we race, so let's see what happens.
The Ballet of Chaos is what they call it here at Endurocross. What does it take to win a main event, and what do you expect to see maybe some of the differences among some of these riders in the different lanes that we have here this night?
Yeah, well, Endurocross, you know, it's a variety of all types of riders. That's how it started. You had your off-road guys, the motocross guys, the trials guys, and, you know, it's kind of morphed into a sport where there's the Endurocross specific guy, but, you know, you still have the trials guys like Geoff Aaron, the extreme riders like Kyle Redmond, and then, you know, even the supercross riders coming in. So they all have their strengths and their weaknesses around this track, and, you know, it's up to them to put that to use and to, you know, just get through their weaknesses.
All right, so lined up on the field right now, Corey, we're going to see the likes of the number 4, the 10-time Trials champion of Geoff Aaron. Joined alongside him will be the 16 of Ty Collins, along with your teammate, the 27 of Wild Wally Palmer. Also out in the field tonight, the 35 of Mason Ottersberg, along with the 5'11 of Richard Larson. Also in the field tonight, we will see the likes, of course, of Cody Webb, your multi-time champion, and alongside him, the number 1 machine out of Paris, California, your 2016 champion of Colton Haaker. Also the 14, your 3rd place champion rider here in the points for 2016. Your local favorite here, Reno, put your hands together for Ty Tremaine. Also joining tonight's action will be the number 21 machine, or the 20 machine, the DA8 training facility back rider of Cooper Abbott. Another rider to keep your eye on, the 696 of Noah Keppel. Also the number 84 machine, taking a third place in round number 1 in Las Vegas. Put your hands together for Tristan Hart. So that will be your rundown here for tonight's main event for round number 2 of the 2017 AMA Endurocross Series, presented by PJ1 and Moose Racing. So obviously the adrenaline is high here in the starting gate. What kind of preparation is going on for these riders along with their mechanics?
So right now they've prepped their gates. They're, getting into their pre-race ritual, whatever it may be. Shake out the jitters, stretch the forearms. Visualizing the start. Everybody has their own routine, and then just watching that 30-second board girl and waiting for that gate to drop.
Well, obviously gate pick is very key right here. We saw it with Cody Webb having that inside and taking home the bracket win. How big of a factor is that going to play?
Oh yeah, the gate pick is super important. You saw with the battles earlier in the earlier race that's what they're battling for in that race, and it was very important.
Here we go, coming into turn number 1 for the Super Endurocross main event. Your teammate right here, the number 7 machine. Who's that going to be? Kyle Redmond aboard the number 7. Also number 1 machine, a little bottleneck here coming in through the Rocky Mountain Rock Garden. Corey, I have a feeling that these fans are in for a treat right now.
Yeah, this is about to get crazy.
Oh, the number 16 machine of Ty Collins unfortunately going down and causing a little traffic jam right here. So the first lap's a little bit frantic, it looks like.
Yeah, definitely. These guys are going to be riding all on top of each other as Cody Webb goes down in the firewood.
So Webb throws it away, unfortunately, on the downside of this landing. Not a good position to be in. Wow, so now the time to put his head down and try to push towards the front, but look at your leader, Kyle Redmond, looking consistent. I know this is the place he's wanted to be all season long.
Yeah, he had a bad run in the qualifier race, but a great start in the main. You see Ty Tremaine making moves early, getting around Noah Keppel.
Certainly a rider you can't count out is the number 1 of Colton Haaker. We saw it earlier. He brings a different flair, and especially through that rhythm section, triple over and double into the corner. Pretty impressive there for your 2016 champion.
Yeah, let's see what Cody Webb can do here. This is a very important time of the race to run with a crash like that early on.
Big crash here. Yeah, big crash for Haaker. That's going to allow Tremaine and now the number 2 of Webb to come into the picture and take over the number 2 spot.
Carnage all over the place, but that's allowed leader Colton.
Oh! So as Webb tries to go for the no-joke lane, Haaker runs into the back of him. How big is this going to be for the main event?
Oh, this is insane, but it all plays into the favor of Kyle Redmond, who's absolutely gone out front.
Yes, he is looking smooth and consistent as Kyle Redmond, followed in by the local hero, the 14 of Ty Tremaine. Great run here for the 84 of Hart, along with the number 35 of Mason Ottersberg. So our leader coming across, Kyle Redmond. So for Kyle, having taken the no-joke lane, when do you suspect he might take that?
With the amount of lead that he has right now, I think he's pretty much safe to take it whenever he wants. It's probably about a 4, 5, 7 deficit to take that lane, and he's got roughly that lead on Tremaine now, so I think he's safe to take it whenever he needs.
But Tremaine, we've seen him strong all night long. Do you think he still has a chance to catch the leader?
Yeah, definitely. It's still anyone's race. We still have a lot of laps left here, and you can't count out Cody Webb or Colton Haaker, who are going to be charging hard all the way to the checkered flag.
Yeah, you certainly can't. As Redmond approaching the finish line here to complete another lap. Here comes Ty Tremaine in the number 2 spot. And another rider, Tremaine goes down in the Rocky Mountain Rock Garden. So Noah Keppel now takes over that number 2 spot. So Keppel, also another rider in a position to finish one of his best races of the night, or of his pro career. So this is when it gets tricky. Do you you have to have patience when you're around a lot of these lap riders?
Yeah, definitely. Getting through the lap riders is tough. You know, you have your preferred line that you know and you've been taking all night, and when the lap rider is in that line and you have to venture outside, you never know quite what's going to happen, but that's the nature of Endurocross.
Wow, check out Colton Haaker already closing that gap after having made that mistake. Oh, Webb with an aggressive pass over Tristan Hart in that number 3 spot. So it's going to go Redmond, Noah Keppel, Cody Webb, Tristan Hart, followed in by Colton Haaker. So great ride for your SRT teammate. You have to feel very happy for him. Though you're not out there, is there anything that you guys maybe went through during intermission? Or?
You know, I talked to him a little bit about what I saw from the track. You know, as a racer, I have my opinion on what lines I would take, so I pass that on to him, and if he chooses to use that, it's up to him, but it looks like he's doing a great job.
So a little strategy right there between the teammates.
Yeah, you know, I can't be out there racing, but as a team player, I do what I can to help the team effort.
Yeah, Craig Thompson doing a great job with that team SRT, outfitting 7 riders. That's just overwhelming in itself, but certainly Kyle Redmond doing what he's paid to do, leading the field.
Yeah, it's a big production in the pits, a lot of riders to look after, but it pays off when riders are out front like this.
So Cody Webb now jumping into that number 2 spot, followed in by Noah Keppel, and it looks like our number 1, our 2016 champion, unfortunately running into some problems. So Redmond, how big is it to look ahead through a number of these sections, given the difficulty and some of the mistakes that some of these lap riders might come into?
Yeah, definitely. Right now, the lap riders are a big deal. They're probably lapping up into, you know, 5th, 6th, 7th place around there, and you know, they're going to be having troubles getting stuck in the rocks, firewood, so you kind of have to have your head on a swivel, always looking ahead to be able to choose a line that's not obstructed.
Wow, in dominating fashion so far is Kyle Redmond as we approach the halfway mark. So halfway through, oh, maybe a little stall there?
Yeah, it looks like Kyle stalled it, but he got it fired up quickly and maybe lost a couple seconds at Cody Webb.
The heart rate must have jumped quite a bit, though, when he stalled that bike out like that.
Yeah, I'm sure he was just praying that thing would start up again.
So Colton Haaker on the charge right now, trying to make a move into that 3rd spot over Noah Keppel. Coming through the wagon wheel now, the number 4 machine, the Gas factory back machine of Geoff Aaron. All right, so as we just passed that halfway mark, check out our number 2 rider right here, Cody Webb, pulling up on our leader of Kyle Redmond.
Yeah, Cody's putting probably around a second a lap on Kyle, so you know, with about 6 laps left to go, this might be shaping up for a battle right to the checkered flag.
Yeah, I agree there, Corey. Certainly going to be a battle to the checkered flag, but look at the traffic that we see right here in our rock garden. Oh, Redmond making a little mistake. That's going to allow Webb to pull up right alongside him. So how important is it going to be right now? Obviously, Redmond is not taking the no-joke lane.
Yeah, definitely. You know, he's getting into the thick of the battle now, and as Cody Webb goes by.
As the Reno crowd goes wild, your number 2 machine of Cody Webb takes over the lead.
And not far behind, we have Colton Haaker, who's pushing hard.
Yeah, this will be a race to the checkers here among our leader, Cody Webb, followed in by Kyle Redmond, and your 2016 champion of Colton Haaker. So Webb looking consistent out front. He looked consistent all day long. Oh, so Ottersberg battling out with the number 2 spot of Kyle Redmond. So as we know, Cody Webb has taken the no-joke lane. as has Colton Haaker, but Redmond has not taken it yet. But look at who pulls up right alongside him. Colton Haaker now into the number 2 spot. Reno, make some noise. So it looks like a little mistake there out of Wild Wally Palmer, unfortunately. Oh, a big pile up right here. And Colton Haaker, unfortunately, falls victim. So maybe a little aggressive getting up there and maybe got into that rider, you think, Corey?
Yeah, I didn't see what happened there, but Colton throws his goggles in frustration. I'm sure he got together with the lapper, and that's a bummer for him.
So again, we still have to see Kyle Redmond go through that no-joke lane, but he has gapped himself between him and Colton Haaker. So looking strong here for a number 2 ride is the number 7, the Team SRT rider of Kyle Redmond.
And I do believe if Kyle can finish off in 2nd place, that will be an all-time best finish for him.
Yeah, and this could be maybe that points gap that Cody Webb might need in the championship. As we already seen, he gained a point and may very well gain a few extra points here in the championship.
Yeah, Kyle Redmond could be a little bit of a spoiler tonight as far as the battle goes between Cody Webb and Colton Haaker, but you know, we do have a few laps left to go.
Redmond through the no-joke lane. So Redmond up and over. Again, these riders only need to perform the no-joke lane 1 time through the night main event. So Webb looking smooth and consistent out front all night long. A little mistake here early on, but doesn't seem to affect him as the white flag is out for your leader. So the Red Bull FMF Factory KTM machine on his final lap.
And it looks like Colton Haaker is riding with absolute anger. He is shredding this course. You know, he knows the last lap's coming up, and with Kyle Redmond right in his sights, those are 2 valuable championship points that he sees right there.
Yeah, and this could be, again, just what Cody Webb is needing to have that separation with Kyle Redmond, who currently sits in that number 2 spot. But again, just as Corey said, Colton Haaker is on a tear right now after a little mistake here in the center portion of the track. So Redmond coming into a little bit of lap traffic. Colton Haaker looking smooth and consistent right now. Reno, stand up for your winner, Cody Webb. So as Cody Webb celebrates, we still have a battle for the number 2 spot, Kyle Redmond and Colton Haaker. Through the rock garden, here we go, Haaker setting it up. Kyle Redmond with 2nd, followed in by your number 1 plate holder, Colton Haaker in 3rd. So some tremendous racing here, Corey, for tonight's Super Endurocross main event. Your winner going to Cody Webb, followed in by the number 7, the Team SRT rider of Kyle Redmond, and the Rockstar Energy Husqvarna factory rider of Colton Haaker, taking home 3rd. So Reno, what do you think here of tonight's main event? Put your hands together for your winner, Cody Webb.
I feel nice, like sugar and spice. So nice.
Wow, so a shift in the championship points. As we've just seen Cody Webb take the win, followed in by Kyle Redmond. That separation that it's going to need to give himself just that many more points in the championship as they come down to Ontario for the final round. Wow, what a great evening here at the Reno Livestock Events Center as we get ready to push these guys down to the podium for a word with our winners.
John, thank you so much. Cody Webb. just shaking his head. He got up here and said, wow, that was a little bit crazy. Cody, I would say that was mayhem and chaos all over the track. You went from second to fifth to on the ground to leading. How do you keep your head straight in a situation like that?
I mean, you know, it's just a long race, and, you know, 14 laps is quite a bit of time, and I've been definitely putting in the hard work, and, you know, just trying to hit my marks every single lap. You know, I felt bad. I kind of came together with Tristan there. Didn't mean to take him out. I think he went down. So, you know, that was my bad. I was just trying to fight through the pack. And, I mean, Endurocross is sick. Like, you guys got such an awesome show tonight. Colton and I just battling through the pack. Kyle was charging out front. I mean, you just never know what to expect. And, you know, I just want to see this sport keep growing. It's so awesome. The racing's intense. The track was, it was really fun tonight. Made for some good racing. And, you know, it actually had a couple different lines. And, you know, I really enjoyed it. It wasn't a one-line track. And, you know, I can hear you guys cheering us on. Just want to thank my friends and family for coming out. You know, I made a bunch of T-shirts for local support. And, you know, I'm just happy everyone came out. And glad you guys showed up. Keeps the sport going. And we need you here.
And a very special moment where you got off the bike and you turned around into the stands and just looked at your family. That motivation must be so special.
Yeah, I mean, it's been years coming, you know. My dad's been with me since day one, just putting the pressure on, riding trials, now with the Endurocross. He thinks he knows everything, but, you know, he knows enough to help me out. And, you know, it's just a special moment to have my friends and family here, fiance also. And, you know, I got to give a hats off to the KTM team. My mechanic, Robbie, the bike was just, it was sick. We were in altitude, and I felt awesome all day.
Cody, congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, we are celebrating the podium down here for our Endurocross pros. Guys, put your hands together for third place, Colton Haaker. In second place, Kyle Redmond. And your winner, Cody Webb. Great job tonight, guys. A very special thanks to Darren Rawls for coming out and hanging out with us for Endurocross for the first time. And two of my most favorite people, Oscar Rohner, Annika Rohner. Love you guys so much. John.
We are the champions. We are the champions. No time for losers, 'cause we are the champions. Under pressure of the world.
So another incredible round of racing here for the 2017 AMA Endurocross Series presented by PJ1 and Moose Racing. I want to thank everybody for coming out here to the Reno Livestock Events Center. Be sure you guys tune in for round number 3, September 30th in Denver, Colorado. On behalf of myself, Lorette Nichols, John Simonovich, we want to wish you guys a safe travels out of here, and that's going to do it for round number 2 of the AMA Endurocross Series.